Hello, Kill Team Casualers. Welcome.
Hello.
The Holy Trinity is back. We managed to scrounge up all three. The guitar is being strummed as I am joined.
Can we get a live Legions of Rust at the top of the episode? Do you still remember it, sir?
Oh, hold on. I gotta go back up to standard.
I wasn't ready for this.
No, me neither.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Can you hear the guitar?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Good luck to us. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Legions of Rust. I remember the guitar part.
Some of that guitar came through. I didn't hear all of it, but
I love
it was beautiful. Yeah.
And you couldn't remember it. I guess it's been a while. You did. We had the rehash last week. We got to relive the joy. You weren't there for it, so I understand why you missed it. But that was.
I haven't heard that jingle since I recorded it years ago. Because when we play on the show, I can never hear it. Yeah.
Only Reese sees it.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I hear it all the time, guys. That was the dulcet tones of, one of the best players in the world recently returned from the Kill Team World Championships. Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. That is me, Rekka Boy, Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop, passing it over to Russ from GFN Gaming. What's good, playa?
Oh, well, I've got no accolades to speak to, so I'm just going to pass straight on in. I know one of the best players in the world. I'm going to pass this back over to Reese, one of the best looking guys in the world. So there's two right there.
That's 100%. I love that the chat's already on it. Chris in the chat's already said, Reese fuming, you've gone off script so quickly. Correct, Chris. It's like steering drunk cats.
I like how you seethe quietly and we can all feel it.
Obviously, you can pick it up. G'day to Chris in the chat. Guess what, Russ? Your mum's in the chat as well. Was the number one chatter.
Baby.
So welcome.
Love it.
We've got Toby, who's here for the Wreckers. Good Jeff is in there as well. So welcome to all the legends joining us live. We really, really love when you can join us live. We do this on Twitch and YouTube, so you can always join us. Or if you're listening to the podcast, thank you for your ear holes. Now, Ben, a lot of people will be here to hear about your world champion ship run, your tilt at the title. But
you're gonna have to come back next week for that one. We are contractually bound. We are contractually bound. We have sworn oaths, and you can say a lot of things about the Kill Team Casual boys, but we are no oath breakers. You could call us a lot of things. You could call us ugly. You could call us liars. You could call us cheaters, shills, even. But you can't call us oath breakers. So today, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, Reese?
Well, today, guys, we have to say a huge thank you to Games Workshop for sending us Kill Team Dead Silence. There it is. Whee!
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
We're going to do our darndest to just absolutely poleaxe this and go through. We're not obviously going to do a full-on man reads book.
You know the rules.
3 men, 1
You
book.
guys you've watched Glass Half Dead and Can You Roll a Crit. You have the screenshots. We are here to give you deluxe commentary, triune commentary on said rules. Yeah,
what that is.
Yeah, deluxe triune commentary. That's what you come here for. That's what I like to think, at least.
It's as I think Russ coined it perfectly. We're not the first word, but we are the final word.
Not the final, the latest. I suspect.
The last gasp.
We're the period. We're the period on the sentence of Kill Team releases. We're the punctuation.
The chat's starting to have a few other legends dropping in. We've got Landon in there. We've got Thomas. Papa Kraken has subscribed. An absolute gem of
Papa Kraken. What a hero.
Tabletop War Masters. It's all kicking off. We love to see it. So
got a shout out to Landon. He's our Florida boy. He's like, I started calling him at Worlds. He plays third at Worlds. Rocked up his first time this year. Placed third at Worlds. The kid is a monster, dude. I call him. He's our Florida. You heard of Florida man? Over there you guys have Dan. He's like your young hero champion. Landon is our Florida Dan. He's a young gun and he's crushing it. And
does he have a top hat though?
He has a fedora.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's good enough. That's as good.
Yeah,
that's
some
as
would
good.
say that's the American top hat. That's
the Florida top hat. It's yeah.
Florida top hat.
Almost as
Well,
classy. You know what I mean? Almost as classy.
Almost. Is it alligator skin as well?
Oh. It should be.
It should
Landon,
really.
get your people
Let's
on
be
that.
Fair. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I reckon. I guess we'll probably start with who do we want to start with, boys? Is someone got a certain mouthfeel or taste that they'd like to sample?
Let's let the chat decide. Chat, first person to name a faction will cover. How about that? Tell me which fusions to use. Nothing. I guess that means we have to go. Tau. Tell me which fusions to use.
Well, I mean, I don't think the Wolves have a lot of plasma, but no. Someone said
Scouts.
Hand to the Archon. No, okay, maybe that's incorrect.
Too much free reign if we're going hand to hand.
Oh, geez, this is a great episode. If you're listening on the podcast form, you'll just be like, are we seriously having to sit here and listen to them read their chat while they wait for the votes to tell you? Yes,
I'm fixing my chat.
Experience.
It's part of our vibe. Boom. So we go on Tau first. The stealth suits.
We'll jump into some Tau. Here we go.
So out of the three of us, who are we more excited for?
I was actually thinking about this. Let me paint you a picture. I was thinking about this in the shower, boys, and I want you to picture that. I was pondering.
Give me a moment.
It was a cold shower. I think it was a cold shower. That's what I'm picturing in my mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to please remember that. Keep that in your mind. But it was interesting. I was thinking this box set is very reminiscent of what we've seen with a few lately, where there seems to be, speaking of cold, a grower and a shower. And I think the Wolves are the Wolves.
I like that a lot.
Shower.
Wolves are the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think the Tau, once people get into the meat of them, will be the grower. I think they're the team.
Right now, they're a flaccid member. But given the right stimulation, they could
the right partner. Yep.
Take you home.
Yes.
All the way. Yeah.
And it was interesting too. It's already. Landon said it in the chat, and I do agree with this. 2 5-op kill teams. Also, I don't know how I feel. Like, I know, yes, you get drones, but let's be honest, it's 5 operatives, the Tau team as well.
You know what's kind of funny? Like a couple years ago, we were like, this game needs more elite teams. We need more elite teams. Where are they? We need more elite teams. They give us so many elite teams. We're like, no more elite teams. This game has too many elites. We're so ungrateful. Just a bunch of ungrateful bastards we are. But I agree. Let's elite teams. Never happy.
Unless they just get rid and just say the game is just for elites. Just for elite teams only. I would take that. Then there's no comparison. Then it's just elites.
Technically, when you think about it, isn't that the whole point? That as a kill team, it should be just elites. It's just meant to be the best of the best getting sent in behind enemy lines. Maybe the Horde teams are the problem.
Maybe that is. Although
that's true.
Maybe when we go into the Tau team, which is, spoiler alert, a shooting team mainly hitting on 4s, we'll see
tons of accurate. Tons of accurate.
Well, I think it's still a shooting team on 4s. I feel
many times
a lack of melee.
Many times shooting teams hitting on 4s have ruled the meta. Sweet Russ.
It's been,
now, did they have 12 plus operatives? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did not have 5 operatives.
You got 5 operatives.
You got Vetguard, you had Brood Brothers, you had Sanctifiers. I guess Sanctifiers not a shooty horde.
Yeah.
But man,
How many activations did they have though?
12 plus, but who's counting? Who's counting? You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I like
the bummer is they don't have a way to shoot twice. That's sort of maybe for a CP shoot twice or something. Kind of that was an interesting choice to me. But yeah. How about you, Reed? More excited for Scouts or Tau?
Yeah, I mean, I must say, I'm not. There's no complaining here, but my box set was a little delayed compared to your boys, so I didn't get a chance to really get into the. And I've got plans for the Space Wolves. I think from the modeling perspective, I'm most excited about them. But obviously, if you haven't checked it out, watch the battle report up on GFN Gaming. It's definitely worth your time to see some of the teams in action. There's a few others as well out there. And after doing that, because that was my way to catch up on the rules, was to see them in action. Because you can theory craft, but seeing the teams in action is kind of where I got a lot of my feeling of, are the Tau going to be okay, or do we just need more time with them? Because the Wolves seemed very, very strong out of the box.
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to say, I think that's it. I think it's what you hit a nail on the head. I think looking at the box set, the Wolves straight out of the box are awesome, whereas the Tau, you need it, like each of the operatives have a lot of rules, and I feel like it's a team that you need to back line for, like, especially against another melee, any other melee team. I feel like you need to back line them a little bit almost, and then drip feed them. You got that one guaranteed get out of dodge for a CP from being charged, but yeah, they're a team that needs to play differently, similar to maybe Canoptic, like a little bit more reserved and then pushing forward once your opponent's committed to your half. Maybe it's a tricky team though.
It was interesting to
see.
see.
Like a counter-punchy team for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting to seeing with I know we're meant to be talking about the Tau, but I just want to touch on too. Having played Deathwatch a little bit recently too, it nearly seemed like the Wolves team as well kind of patches the few holes in the game that the Deathwatch did have. Like just little things like taking a certain operative, you've got auto transhuman physiology across the team, so it can't be injured and stuff like that. They've got
that's nuts, that dude.
That one especially is pretty
Fang
wild.
Bear is like one of the most nuts operatives ever.
Yeah, being able to control the storm the way that you can, like it's like a significantly less complicated node matrix in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
you got like a lot of rules key off it, and you can just kind of go, okay, well I've got 5 operatives, so my coverage on it, 12 inch either side, 6 inches each side of it is pretty massive. You know, you can cover huge parts of the battlefield with options to move it.
And yet no visibility stopping that movement as well, from what I remember. You just flip.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pretty
Whereas
cool.
The one thing I do like about the stealth team, they definitely tie into, I guess, how a lot more of Kill Team is being played now, which is definitely the long game, which I think Ben, you just sort of said, like that counter hit team, which I do really like. I love that idea of it. So let's have a bit of a look. So archetypes wise, infiltration and recon seem appropriate. What do you guys think of those as their archetypes?
Yeah, totally. It couldn't be the other two. Security and Seek and Destroy just wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
So like, what's your? I know I'm gonna call on Tomas in the chat here. I think Tomas has played. I think I saw somewhere that he's played 20 games with his team already.
Oh, wow.
He's a psycho.
The reps in.
Yeah. So, Tomas, what have been your go-to tac ops? Because like you see recon, you want to say, ooh, flank is cool, but like. With this team, you actually pull, it's like it doesn't really work. So like, and also, infiltration. It feels like there's not a ton of rock solid options. You have with recon, you have which one where you just tap the points.
Retrieval.
Retrieval is going to be. I think retrieval is going to be a good option here. But
things like what's Envoy. What's Envoy under? Is that
security?
Security.
Yeah, okay, good. Because I was going to say, because in my head at first I was like, but even then I'm like, no, the 5 operatives and anything that makes them push forward is because even like the retrieval is tough because you've still got to fling an operative down the board.
It's like 4 points. Well, it's hard to get more.
I kind of think, I think you'd maybe use that one operative that can get out of charge for a CP to race him forward because they've got to get within 3 inches to shoot you. So if they charge you, use that to get out of dodge basically, and you maybe like Ben says, just aim to get 4 on the tac op, and then unless Tomas comes in with the key bit of information and gives us the solid, but everything retrieval is a decent one, and just pull back.
Yeah, Tomas saying retrieval and gather intel is the one. Scout enemy movement if the board is open as well is pretty good as well. So there you go.
I don't know if I can go there on that one, but the other two for sure. Yeah. So interesting. So tac ops spread that nothing you can particularly look at and say, oh, that's free. No free tac ops. I feel like.
Yeah.
No free naxing here.
I guess, and as you said, you've something. I guess things that you can stack late game. I guess any tac ops that you can kind of go. I'm willing to, give up turn 2 maybe to score at max on 3 and 4 are also good options. Anything you can kind of push late game, because I think that's when this team comes to their own, when you've either lured the close combat team into your side of the board so you can start picking them off, or you can start being a bit more aggressive. So you get your Shaz Ray, who's your leader. You then and they can have the burst cannon or the fusion. You've got a marker drone. You've got a gun drone. And then you take another 4 operatives: the designated, infiltrator, liberator, lodestar, and neutralizer. And you can have a maximum of 2 fusion blasters. So fusion blaster is effectively like a melter type weapon, isn't it? If comparatively,
it's
for those scum and
I think it is just a melter, isn't it?
4-on-4, 6-3, range 6, dev 4, piercing 2. But the cool thing is the long range profile, which is a crack grenade, a 12-inch crack grenade. So I think that's really cool that you have options there. You're not just locked into the 12, the 6, you have the 12. I think a big question for people who might be working on this team is, who do those 2 fusions go on?
Yeah.
I will tell you, I don't have an effing clue, because I don't know. The Tau, I got to be honest, I'm happy the Tau exists, but I haven't sort of dive into the rules. I'll be more useful in the second half of this video. But do we have a consensus on who those fusions go on? Yeah. Because I don't. I have no idea who the fusions go on.
I had a try when I was first building the team. I thought, do I give one to the leader, because the leader gets to +1 accurate whenever they're getting a rule from accurate, they get +1. And I thought, that'd be interesting, as long as they're benefiting from the being either the Cao Yon, as long as they're benefiting from Cao Yon, so getting at least accurate 1, it could become accurate 2 or accurate 3 if they were coming towards you. I thought that might be nice. But then you want to keep him alive because he's making your drones more useful. So I thought, he's probably not coming forward. So I basically did this with every single operative, being like, I don't think this guy wants to come forward, but none of them do. But I think I ended up giving them to the Liberator, who is your bomb guy, because arguably he is going to want to get forward a little bit. So I was like, maybe that's something. But then the argument could be said that he already has an EMP bomb, and if he's coming forward to throw that, maybe he doesn't live long enough to fire again. And then I gave it to the Neutralizer, who is also, he's got like a system jam. So he, against any other team that is Space Wolves, can potentially come forward and minus an APL. So he can come forward, shoot minus an APL kind of stuff, stay a bit safe. So I thought maybe he's a decent choice. But I, like you, Ben, was a little bit, if I'm honest, I just followed what pictures operatives had the melter gun, and when I thought, hey, he's pictured with a fusion gun, maybe they mean that's the good choice. So that's what I did.
A+. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. The chat is saying designator and lodestar.
Come for.
Designate. I did the box art. The chat is saying designator and lodestar. So figure it out yourself.
Because
you know what I mean.
So the designator, if you've got, he's got the marker light. So if you've dropped the little ambush token, you get severe.
Severe. That's pretty good.
He works. Yeah. So I guess that makes sense. He works in conjunction with the ambush token. You know what? This is a bugbear I have with the team a little bit. They've got a whole load of cool stuff, but they feel like massively CP intensive. Like like this guy interacts with the rule that needs a CP to play it. If you haven't dropped the ambush token, like he doesn't have this rule.
The team wants to go second and stack up that CP.
It's really I think you're absolutely right. I think this changes the play style, and then you are much like the Ratlings. You put yourself in a position where you don't have any obvious openings for their turn 1, which is easy for this team because you got to be within 3 inches, and if you backline, just go back even further and go, you're having the next turn. I'm going to take the CP. But it's just like, it does feel really CP intensive, and it seems to be the only way they can get CP is quite dangerous. Like, it's not like they have an operative, the Lodestar, who can farm CP, but it's not easy. Like, he has to come forward to have better than a 50-50 chance, whereas other teams just get an extra CP. Like, a little bit like
and you've got your leader who just gives you CP, or you've got other ones who Phobos can roll, and the options are seem much more kind.
The options are there. I think that the weirdest team for this is the Raveners, who get all the CP in the world, it seems, but then you don't end up using a lot of CP because no one's ever near your tunnel.
Spend it on.
Yeah, you've got nothing to spend it. Whereas this team is bleeding CP. I would like to see, not that I think every team brought out needs a buff, and I think this team is good enough without a buff, but from seeing them play, I would love to see it easier for them to generate CP, because if someone forces you to go first and you're not getting enough CP, there's just rules that, like, for example, the Designator, if you don't have the CP, he's worse than a normal warrior, because at least the normal warrior, who is the infiltrator, gets the covert protocols. At least he gets something, whereas you get nothing because you can't use your special rule, which does seem a bit of a shame.
Yeah. A big shout out to Mabase, big friend of the show.
Legend.
Resubbing and kicking off a hype train in the chat, so thank you.
Booyah.
Apparently, Russ, there is a slight mistake in your interpretation there. I hate to be that guy, but I can read the chat and not know the rules.
You're wrong. You're wrong. They're wrong. You're wrong. I'm probably not. The thing is, I'm trying to read it as we're talking about it, but that would be.
So
man reads book, but without reading it out loud, it'd be terrible.
So that basically he just needs to have a valid target. It just need to be a valid target for his ability. Sorry. Now,
so whenever an enemy operative. Oh yeah, it's a valid operative is a valid target for this operative, or is visible to this operative and within 2. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. So you're always marked, so you're always getting severe. That's not as bad. So he's always severe, basically.
And for us to celebrate, that meant Danaga just subscribed. Tabletop War Masters just dished out 5 subs. Everyone's excited.
Oh my goodness!
We just rules corrected ourselves, and everyone's getting on board.
We should
get something right wrong. For the first time. They got it right. They got it right finally.
Thank you so much, Tabletop War Masters.
Even if it was admission of fault.
Everyone getting involved there, really, really appreciate that. That's awesome.
Danaga.
Thank you so much.
He's the big Tau guy. He loves a bit of Tau.
Yeah,
he's a big Tau guy from way back.
Big Tau guy, yeah.
I love this from Mabase. Your hard work, passion, and attitudes has earned my absolute minimum amount of effort. That's all we ask. That's all we ask.
Honestly, it's more than we deserve and more than you should have given. But here we go. So that makes sense. Someone that's always going to be dishing out, like if you don't. But the thing is, if you don't get any crits, you get at least Dev 4. So actually, I think that's a solid answer. So people are saying what the Lodestar, I guess, because he has to go forward to drop the CP.
Yeah.
To drop the CP generation thing. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I could get behind that based on having no other opinions of my own. I can get behind those opinions of other people.
And we've mocked them a lot, and we've highlighted, obviously, the big thing here is this is a classic Tau. They're a shooting team, but they are hitting on 4s, but this particular team's workaround with their faction rule is the Kauyon, which basically means depending where the enemies are, you gain certain amounts of levels of accurate. So within 3 inches of your territory, accurate 1. Within your territory, accurate 2, and within 3 inches of your drop zone, you're getting accurate 3. So you can see all of a sudden in most games, getting either within your territory, even within 3 of your territory is going to be a lot of the game, but it's going to be that thing. I haven't done the maths or looked into this too heavily, so I'm going to put it to you guys and the chat.
That's what I love about this. I haven't looked at this, but then whatever comes next is gold.
Are there many rules that within this team and the way they work? Because obviously accurate is fantastic. You'd have to roll for it, but how many things does this team have that proc off crits, i.e., needing things like, I mean, we just talked about there is a way to get severe, but is there any negative to this? There's some teams, like probably one recently is Canoptic, that they're wanting those 6s on, say, like their banishment gun, so that therefore you're wanting to roll more dice to up your chances of a better thing happening. Is there any negative to this? Obviously, with fusions, we want that melter potential, so we want to be rolling 6s or crits. What do you guys think of that trade-off?
Yeah. With piercing 2, I think it's a fine trade-off. You know what I mean? Because those accurate 2 are essentially like 2 auto guarantee. Because if you on a 4 if you accurate 2, you should get 3 hits. Get maths out. You should get 3 hits with that. it means they're guaranteed to take 12 damage, essentially. You know, if you're shooting a normal thing. And so I think it's a fine trade-off. Where the sixes are great, but I think the accurate when you're hitting on fours, you always take it because you take what you can get.
I like it.
I mean, hitting on fours is exactly you do take what you can get.
I tell you what, I have to bring up Rekkas. After hitting on fours is so annoying. Hitting on fours sucks. It's like, gosh, everything is a whip. Hitting on fives, whenever you get it, you're just celebrating. It's all gravy. Yeah. It's like you always expect to fail, so when you get it, it's like it's such a hitting on threes, awesome. Hitting on fours sucks. Hitting on fives, back to awesome.
Awesome. That's the You're just so happy to see it. I can see that.
They've also got the stealth fields, which obviously being an elite team, they've got, so basically, for those who don't know how it works, whenever a stealth operative has a conceal order, it's not visible to enemy operatives more than 3 inches away from it, which takes precedence over all other rules, which is the key thing there as well. So super, super sneaky. And whenever this operative has a conceal order, it can perform the fallback for 1 less AP, which is also quite handy because you're not going to be wanting to be in there.
If you survive the fight, you can maybe fall back if you're still alive. Yeah.
You won't. But if you do.
So I think, I'll say this about this team. I think people are dunking on this team a little bit too hard. I see people sort of, and I want to have some hope in my heart. I think that people are underestimating being able to just sit out in the middle of an ITD hallway or in the middle somewhere and like break the game in that way. Like I do believe this team is better than people think. I think it's getting overshadowed by the Wolves, but I think there's some sauce here. I think they have some tools to play the game.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Thomas in the chat saying the stealth field is actually how they win, not their shooting. So it's like the shooting is gravy, but it's the ability to play the game and to score objectives, to not be targeted is probably their greatest strength. And maybe that's why we do see them have a little bit of trouble in this particular box set, because the Space Wolves team is the hard counter to that. They're the ultra aggressive, in your face. I think a lot of other teams will really struggle, especially other shooting teams will really struggle to be able to do much to them. They've got to really play outside their play style, don't they?
Yeah, I do feel not sorry for them. But like, I think again, it goes back to what you said. No, but like being paired in the box, it does feel like they have stuff that just that is almost a direct counter to the Tau in the box set. Like it feels like it's hard mode a little bit, the box set. If you were to just play those teams against each other, whoever's playing Tau, it's a little bit hard mode because Wolves just have the stuff to take out the Tau. They got like stuff to reduce piercing. They can't be injured. They can't be APL. You know, there's some nice counters to the old Tau stuff. They're super fast, the Phobos. There's something can charge, you know what I mean, like 10 inches. It is nuts. But I do think the Tau are like it'll be a different play style because you'll have to play cagey. But I think someone's going to love that style and being able to hold back. And because everyone playing Vespers, the Ghost Keel, the Ghost Train. Anyway, the one that was in the stealth outfit, he was the key operative in the sneaky one. He was the best operative on the Vesper team, and it was 6 inches not valid for him. So having 5 of them, being able to push forward, not having to worry as much about positioning, because you can be on an objective out in the open, but as long as you're more than 3 inches, you can claim that objective and play the mission really well. And then if they come towards you, you can get out of dodge, like you say, with a CP, and then you've got accurate 3, presumably, at that stage. So, I do think they're a good team.
Nice. All right.
And I think some.
Oh, sorry, go.
I'll go. You go, Reese. I'll follow your lead. You go.
No. I was just going to say I was going to have a look at the operatives, but go on. You're still chatting, so carry on.
I'm skipping to the back of the bus here to their equipment. We're just hopping all over town. I also think they have a piece of equipment to ignore the discard step of obscuring, which I think is actually pretty impactful, where like you can just be ripping shots, take shots that people don't expect, and pump out a little more damage than people think. So I also think like they have some really cool, bits in their toolkit that I think are super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's stick there. Let's have a bit of a look at their equipment there. So obviously, you just sort of mentioned one that obviously lets you which is called Advanced Black Sun Filters.
Black Sun Filters. Yeah,
cool name.
I really like that one. Yeah, it's a cool one. Like, and it does make me think of Soundgarden. I know it's Black Hole
exactly
Sun,
my brain went.
but I do think of it. Yeah,
Don't make me bust out the
it's
guitar.
a great one.
Don't make me bust out the guitar. Oh, don't make me sing. I'll bust out Black Hole Sun right now.
Don't make me sing.
Yeah, so I think it's super cool. Basically, you can't retain crits, but you don't have to discard anything. So that's pretty cool. Like, and stacks well with accurate. So that's cool. They have what other equipment do you like that they have, Russ?
Counter network jammers there as well, which is when determining control of an objective marker, treat the APL stat of enemy operatives that contests it as one lower if one of your battle operatives and only 2 enemy operatives contest it. So that's a bit of an interesting one.
I think it's great.
Yeah. So I guess flipping objectives.
And when you think about the fly, they have a ploy to fly, like straight up, just like yoink, one guy gets to fly, firefight, like being able to zip over somewhere they don't expect, and now you control this point. Last activation, I think it's pretty cool.
It's very Tau. They obviously learned that from the Kroot. They a bit of poaching some objectives. Russ, what else
and
we
the
got?
Vespids.
Yeah,
we've got the multi-trackers, XV26 multi-trackers, which gives you a little bit of Torrent 2. Once per turning point, you can do a burst cannon sweeping action, and then you can take a Torrent 2 with it as well, which is quite nice. It's always good in staging if people are putting bodies too close together. The burst cannon's great. It's like, I think the sweeping profile is maybe 5 attacks, or not 6. Sweeping, no, it's 4. 5, normally it's 5, down to 4, but still... 3/4 ceaseless Torrent 1 normally up to Torrent 2. Catch people unawares, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's essentially the way that you get to double shoot with this team.
Yeah, potentially.
And then one you've got, what is it there?
That's hardwired
target locks.
Yep. Yeah, this one's whenever you would counteract, you can do so with one friendly stealth suit battle suit operatives that has a conceal order and is more than 3 inches from enemy operatives. But before it counteracts, you can change its order to engage, and it cannot perform any other actions than shoot. So, like, that's a pretty cool Phobos trick where you post up with somebody and you catch them unawares, get a shoot action off. Like, I think that's pretty cool.
Always having, I guess, that, again, your most matchups, I say this now, there's more and more elite teams, but still, in a lot of matchups, you're going to get that ability to counteract. So having that ability to change and be aggressive in your counteraction is huge. I know for Death Watch, that's always been such a great thing. You can, they've got the 2 actions and you can change that order. It really, really helps. So having that, it's still, I would say though, to me, these are all good. Do we think they're auto takes though? Like, there's some factions that their like faction equipment is just so good. You're like, I'm taking 3 out of 4 every game. Most of the time, the 4th. To me, I reckon there's only probably 1 or 2 heroes here, and the rest, some of the others are just okay. They're good.
Situational,
Yeah, I think I'm probably taking Black Sun filters most games because not removing a dice for obscures just. Yeah, that as you say, like a different play style, being further away so you can be obscured or more than 3 inches shooting. I don't know. It feels like it's a good use of an equipment slot to take never having to remove dice for obscured.
And then counter network jammers, I also think are maybe in the conversation for your favorite takes. I think sometimes, like other 3 APL teams with similar activation count, where you can yoink on and just steal it. That seems pretty good. Also mission dependent as well. Like if it's a mission where you got to tap or something, maybe not so much, but
I think multi-track
but all good, all usable.
Multi-trackers either probably needed to be just auto shoot twice, let you do 2 shoot actions once per turning point.
Once per turning point would have been good, yeah.
Or even blast instead of torrent, maybe. Like, does torrent 2-inch blast versus torrent? Like, I don't know. Is that would that just give it a little bit more? I don't know. Torrent 2 is good, but it just...
Hear me out. Gives your Melta blast 2 inches. Hear me out. That's Crazy Town. That's Crazy Town. Now we're in Crazy Town.
We're still talking cards, so let's jump over. Let's have a look at the strategy ploys while we're here. We're doing things out of order. We're making up the order. Usually it's...
I love it.
We break the rules here. We make them up.
You know what? It's the same about G-Dubs. They don't put theirs alphabetically, so we're not doing it alphabetically either. Strat ploys, we're starting in P, we're going to B, going back to P, and then to H. It's madness. It's madness. Madness.
The chaos runes that they use for their alphabet won't allow them to. Our minds aren't made for it. Patient hunters, starting with P. Patient hunters. Whenever a friendly operative is shooting against or fighting against an expended enemy operative, that friendly operative's weapons have the balanced weapon rule, and its ranged weapons have the saturate weapon rule. So that's not bad.
I think this is a hint. Like, I know, Ben, you've talked about it, but like not going first. I feel like the first strategic ploy tells you don't go first. Let them go first. This is a ploy. You go against expended opponents. Try and, I like it, though. It's, decent.
Yeah. The entire team, it points to, I mean, it's also like, isn't that what Callion is? Isn't that like the patient hunter situation?
Hunter?
Like,
I think
so.
Yeah, so you just like, you want to outweight, which is you only have 7 activations, but you want to outweight, you want to hit things after they activate it. This is like the rules tell you how to play the team a lot of the time, and so like it does what it says in the 10. Yeah, so that's good. That's play the team that way, and you'll find some success.
Is there some irony though that it's like, hey, play the game patiently, but you've only got 5 operatives, so you'll probably finished your turn first.
There's so many elites these days.
With the elites, I feel like you with all the 5 activation teams and 6 ones, there's but
next
less
up,
hordes.
Bonds of Unity. So whenever a friendly stealth operative is activated, excluding the drone, if it's visible to and within 6 of another friendly, excluding drones, you can ignore any modifiers to that first friendly's operative's APL stats and select one of the following. Ignore any changes to that friendly operative's move stat from being injured until the end of the activation. Ignore any changes to the hit stat of that first friendly operative's weapons from being injured, which I think is probably the big one because hitting on 5s is no bueno.
So hear me out.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, Denaga commented, name's Bond. Unity Bond.
Tip of the cap to you. Tip of the fedora, the Florida top hat to you.
The alligator fedora. So why not just have them not be injured? It's an elite team. You know what I mean? Like, but like there's so many elite teams that just get to not be injured.
Yeah, why pick one?
Whereas this has got to be you've got to group together a little bit. You've got to be together. You've got to be visible and within 6 and it can't be a drone, so you can't use a drone. And then you can either pick to
it's not
have your
thematic,
stat.
Dude. It's not thematic.
I just feel like if they were Imperium team, a Space Marine elite team, they would just be given you're not injured. Some way of not being injured. And it does feel like this is hoops to jump through to be like not injured. Even just the not being able to take the drones as part of the field feels a bit like, why limit it so much?
Yeah, I
guess you're taking accurate, so maybe it's less important because you have accurate, but still, like it feels like it's a little bit like it's good, but there's a lot of hoops for what could just be you're not injured.
Yeah, but Space Marines have they kind of own the market on ignoring injury, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, these are just little piss baby fish boys inside these suits. You know what I mean?
It's a technical term, piss baby fish boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. They can't all have transhuman physiology, especially if they're not transhuman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you, Russ.
Fish physiology.
There definitely does seem to be this team, and maybe it is thematic. Maybe that's it. Maybe we're a bit being like, just give them this, but I guess maybe that's the point, is they're trying to make it that there is lots of good source here, but it's tech. You know, you've got to set up for it. You've got to allow for it.
They aren't strong. They aren't ignoring injury easily. They are fish people in big suits.
Yeah.
They stub a toe, they're out of action for a while. Have you seen their toes?
Yeah.
That's what you're dealing with.
But I bet the Tau healthcare plan is pretty good, though. I bet the Tau healthcare plan probably rocks, dude.
It's pretty decent. It's probably better than just let's remove the balls from his neck, which is, let's be fair, the Space Marine one. It's like I've taken the balls out of his chin. Actually, hang on a sec, it's a bit worse than I thought. Let's just put him in a tank, and that's the plan. You know, that's your retirement
his
plan.
Balls and put him in a tank.
But don't worry,
Ambush
we'll call them
is
ancient.
the next one. Place one of your ambush markers wholly within your territory and more than 2 inches from enemy operatives. Whenever a friendly operative is shooting an enemy operative that's within 2 inches of that marker, you can use this rule. If you do, remove the marker and that friendly operative's range weapon have the seek weapon rule until the end of the activation and then the action. In the ready step of the next strategy phase, if that marker is in the kill zone, remove that marker. So, seek with no caveats is pretty good, but you have to spend a CP to set this up. Yeah, there's plenty of caveats here.
And you can't just put someone in it. You have to be like, hey, you see this area? Yeah. Stop in this area, please. End your turn in this area, please. How big is the area? It's not massive, but if you could end your activation here, I won't do anything untoward. I promise. Fish honor. That's the thing that I don't like about it. You can't just put someone in it. You've got to be like, you just basically select an area and say, don't fucking go there. And they won't. They just won't.
They just, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
They're just like, yeah, I guess I won't then.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. Full Seek's awesome. I think there's going to be few scenarios where someone gives you full Seek. Because they're like,
it's only once. And it's only one shooting action.
Why not just stay? Just stay.
Scouts get to do this for free. Scouts get to take 2 places on the board, I think. 1 or 2 places, I forget. And they just get full Seek for that turn. It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
This seems like maybe not a great use of CP, but maybe it's more useful than I think. But only getting to shoot. I feel like if you spend a CP, you should get Seek there maybe the whole turn. I don't know. Maybe 3. D3 shootings. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, even that, even D3, even the ability to potentially have it stay for longer and be like, or make it, is it maybe instead of then, because also it's not just what it does, but then you obviously then have to line it up with the activation of your operatives. It's another thing in your piece. Could it just be like a mine? It's a 2-inch exclusion mine, like it's a prepared ambush, like tripwire kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then maybe there's a bit more something to it. But the Seek is really good. I get you can't be handing that out willy-nilly, but I feel like this is okay.
I think the annoying thing, it's in your half and it is wholly within your half. So it's not like you can say, oh, they've got someone, they chose deployment, they put someone up on there. It has to be in the middle of the board, I guess, effectively, or further away from the middle of the board. And you can't put it on someone. Yeah. So it is literally, please go in here, please, which I don't like. I feel that's too weak. They should be able to just, I don't know. But yeah, interesting.
It's interesting. Hollow wave countermeasures. Whenever an operative is shooting a friendly stealth battlesuit operative more than 6 inches away from it, in the roll attack dice step, the attacker must discard one of their unresolved normal successes or one of their critical successes if they have none. This is not combined with being obscured. The silence says a lot, or Ben's just reading it.
I was reading it myself. I have a lot of thoughts about a firefight ploy, and I'm not going to lie, I got totally distracted and I zoned out.
I mean, look, again, it's not bad. It's making you lose attack dice. You can really punish someone if they've already had a mediocre roll. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
The deal is, right, like the whole deal is you're going to be far away and not shootable. That's kind of the whole thing about this team, right?
Yeah.
You're going to be I guess, 9 inches away on conceal, conceal on top of a vantage, and no one will. Like that's kind of the whole thing, right? I don't know. Yeah. I guess situational. I guess if you've gone loud on a turn, and maybe this is what you need to do. Yeah. I don't know.
Look, I see this more as a. Yeah.
Sorry, Russ.
No, I was just saying, I see this almost more as a firefight ploy because I feel like if you're going loud with an operative and you're putting them forward to get accurate and to get your shot off. Maybe somehow miraculously your ambush token worked and you've gone forward to take advantage of it. And then you drop this afterwards to be like, okay, you've got to be within 6 inches. If you're outside of 6 inches, now that I've gone loud, although you would just drop the thing to go back to a conceal, which is a firefight ploy. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up. I don't know why. I'm not too sure.
I imagine maybe turn 3 once you have gone loud with a lot of operatives. this is your turn 3, turn 4. Like, all right, we're in go mode, and now we need some help.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the move. And
yeah,
like, and the cool thing here's what I will say, it does sort of incentivize people to come to you as well, because like another one of the things you want people to come to your side of the board. So you pop this ploy, maybe late game, whatever, and it incentivizes people to get to get within that 6 inches, which is likely in your area to get accurate too, or so I think there's some use case here. I do want to draw our attention to what I think is kind of funny. Skipping down to firefight ploy number 3, maybe the funniest name for a firefight ploy ever. Engage Jetpack. I think there's a few things that are funny about this. I think the name is very fun. I love the name. I think it's very funny. Also, they all have jetpacks, but you have to spend CP to use them. I think it's very funny.
Rough. Why don't they just fly?
But dude, if this team had fly, they'd be cracked. So here's what I want to say.
Yeah.
I think this team is balanced really, really well. I think they break the game in some core ways, but I think they're actually pretty balanced. I don't think they're super underpowered. I think they're just a fair, balanced team that has some ways to get you. But the Engage Jetpack, it's fly. One guy gets a 6-inch fly, and it's awesome. I think it's going to shift the tide of games. But the name is very funny, and just the idea that they all have them, but only one guy sometimes gets to use it, is very funny to me. I think it's really good.
Before you can use it.
It's not full fly as well, which is it's only one climb and one drop.
Yeah, you can ignore the vertical distance. One climb and one drop.
Yeah. You can use
it. That's all you need most of the time.
Once.
You only need it once most of the time. You know what I mean?
We've brought there's 5 jetpacks. We've brought enough space petrol for one. Okay. So who gets to go? Who gets to turn this turn?
It's like that scene in Aliens where they're like, okay, we need to collect all the ammo. It's like, what? It's like, we've got all these guns, but you can't use the ammo to shoot them. And it's like, okay, so they're all handing it like, this doesn't seem like this is what what do we want to use, man? Harsh language? Exactly. Exactly.
I think, Ben, you made a good point there. I think we look at the box sets when they come out too, and we throw them into the current state of the meta or the current way the game's playing, and look at it with the thing, and that's it. I think the Space Wolves are just so cracked in a lot of ways, and we will get to them.
In obvious ways, right?
Also drops these guys the feeling of their power level down, but they're not basement dwellers. I just said they've still got some really good play, and I think once people get to grips with that style, they're going to be really good. It's just not apparent. It's just not as obvious as Space Marine, hide in storm and go bonk.
It was two teams doing the team. One team was like, we'll make a really balanced team. One team was like, Space Marines go hard. And that was the two separate paths that we went on.
Yeah. Let's stay on the firefight ploys. So obviously, we've got Ben's Engage Jetpack. We've also got Ghost Shroud, because we'll go non-alphabetical here. Use this firefight ploy at the end of a friendly Stealth Suit operative's activation. If that operative has an engage order, change it to conceal. You cannot use this ploy for each friendly operative more than once per battle. Another good ability. Cap, though, once per battle is pretty... It's good. I get why they have to do it, because otherwise you just blip, 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 blip,
you just do the really fusion. Every turn you'd be doing.
And here's I'll make a point here that I think is important, because we all read this, and I think collectively the community has similar takeaways. But I would ask you this question: when you're playing against a good player playing this team, how would you prefer Ghost Shroud to be worded? Yeah. Would you prefer, when you're playing against it, would you prefer it to be no restrictions or a restriction? When you're playing against it, you're going to be thanking your lucky stars they can only do it once per guy. Let me tell you. Because if not, it'd be crazy. You know what I mean?
I think helping them place the marker each time they do it. I'll be like, no, let me get that for you, man. He's definitely done. That guy's done it, okay?
Exactly, right? So I think we look at teams in balance. It's so easy to think about, well, I wish I could do all these things. But when you're playing against it, boy, I'm real glad it's only once per guy. So, yeah.
Thomas in the chat just said there's also an order flip available from the neutralizer as well. So there are ways to double stack once you get in there. Vectored retro thrusters. Use this firefight ploy when an enemy operative ends the charge action within control range of a friendly battlesuit. Interrupt that action to use this rule. If you do that, friendly operative can immediately perform a free fallback action. but it cannot move more than 3 inches during that action. Then that enemy operative can immediately perform a free reposition action using any remaining move distances it had from that first charge, and can do so even if it performed an action that prevents it from performing the reposition action. Basically, get charged, run away 3 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think when you're playing this team, you have to make sure, like, agree on what the charge ranges are so that when they charge you, you can yeet out far back enough. I think you're just going to have to, I think it's unfortunate they're playing against the Space Wolves, though, because, like, I charge you, I fall back 3 inches, like, okay, I plasma pistol you in the face. Like, it's like unfortunate that's the team they have to play into. It's like they have cracked melee and cracked shooting. It's like, I don't really care. A plasma pistol will do the job. Yeah. But I think that's an important note when you're playing this team. Make sure that you know exactly how far their charges are away. That way you can make good use of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that the reposition for the charging operative too. Like, that's kind of cool. Like, that it doesn't just mean that you are invariably stuck, to put it eloquently, dick in the wind for that too. Like, it's a good balance of great play for the Tau, but that, it still gives you some potential to shuffle into some cover, or, as you said, plasma pistol someone in the face as well. Lastly, we've got savior protocols. Use this firefight ploy when a stealth battlesuit operative is selected as a valid target of a shoot action. Select one of your drones visible to and within 3, and that first friendly operative to become the new valid target. So basically, get down, Mr. President. Drones saving your battlesuits here.
Yeah. After playing Canoptech for a little while, I did my service as a bad person. Learning, like, having a get down, Mr. President is so insanely strong. Like, a Marine that if a Marine charges you and kills you in 2 fights on math, boom, now he's not killing you, without a crazy roll. Or the Melt-A-Gun rips up. It's like, well, nope, you wasted your, like, it's just so powerful. The get down, Mr. President is so good.
And especially if it's that thing too, like, a good play, you set it up, you get that person, your opponent gets the initiative, thinks they're about to waste one of your good operatives, and they end up picking up a drone instead on that big strike. It's such a great feels bad.
Yeah, it's the best and the worst.
Yeah. Do we want to dive in and have a quick look at some of the operatives as well? Was there any ones that you guys really wanted to highlight, or any favorites?
Do we actually? Or do you want to talk about Space Wolves? Yeah. Should we? Is there any standouts that you guys have? Any standouts? Because standouts. The leader's pretty cool. I feel like the leader's always cool. I think the leader's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think in a good way, and we'll probably find we'll do a little bit of it with the Space Wolves too. By reading the ploys and that, you start to cover a lot of the same things, don't you? Like, that it's like this ties in and keys in with this. So what about this? Thomas, in the chat, who's your favorite? Who's the best operative that we should talk about? You get one.
Leveraging our audience. I love it.
I like the Lodestar. Oh, was he asking us, or were we asking Thomas?
I was asking the chat. Nothing to do with you, okay, Russ?
God damn it. Making everything about myself.
Lodestar's got a bunch of rules.
Take us through the Lodestar, Russ. Tell us about your fave.
I don't want to anymore.
Okay.
To hell with you guys.
Lodestar and Neutralizer. Cool. Yeah, so Tomas says Lodestar Neutralizer, aka the ones with the Melta, are the best ones. Doesn't that check out?
The Lodestar has 2 cool rules that I quite like. He's got the electro.
He's got loads of cool stuff.
Oh, get out! No.
He is a star. He really is.
It's terrible. No, I only like him because of the name. So he's got the. So if you're chosen as a when an enemy operative is shooting, you can use this rule. So it doesn't matter that this guy isn't necessarily nearby. He just needs to be visible to him within 3 of someone being shot. So generally, you're going to do it to yourself, and more than 2 inches from an enemy. But you can basically ignore piercing, or make sure that vendor, the friendly operative is obscured.
Ooh, nice.
That's good.
I like that it's also full ignores piercing. Nice. We're seeing a lot of the piercing by one, but just full ignore is very nice.
So it's quite situational about where he is. Obviously, generally
a 3-up invuln. Man, that's awesome, dude.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, he gives them, and then obviously, if someone's shooting you, you can you make yourself obscured, so you drop piercing, and then you're removing any crits that they hit and won. Pretty decent. And he's also got the homing beacon, which is a CP generation, which is, they need it, so he's kind of the star of the show, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I will also say this, guys. This is the first time, this is the deepest I have dived into this team's rules, just because I've been busy with other stuff, like Worlds and, dad stuff, whatever.
All right.
But like, I think this team is, like, if you want to think about, when you think of Tau, what makes Tau strong? It's not one individual fishman. It's all the fishmen and women working together to make. And I think when you look at this team, nothing in particular stands out as particularly cracked. But if you have the ignore obscuring up with the ignore piercing thing, and you're dipping, diving, dodging out of charges, and you're getting your CP, and like if you are running this team well and using all of the tools provided, I reckon they're actually pretty good. Yeah. Honestly, like nothing in particular. Like when you look at the Space Wolves, it's like, yeah, these guys are individually cracked. Each guy is a superhero. Over here, like all of these rules, like on everybody's data sheet, I think it's going to take work to put it together. But I reckon they're actually pretty good. I reckon they're pretty good. I think that's the best case anyone's made on the internet for why this team is good.
Yeah.
You're welcome, internet.
If you play a perfect game, you're doing pretty good with this team, and that comes from Ben. all you've got to do is do everything right, and then this team is actually pretty good.
This is the dude who played Wreckers. He's like, all you got to do is roll sixes, guys. It's a really simple game.
You know what? I think they've nailed it. They've nailed it.
Yeah. I'm back. I hacked up a lung there. Oh my god.
I don't think we can get anything any better than that comment. I think we leave him with that. I think we leave him with that, and then hopefully we can get that quote on the box.
I'm tasting blood in the back of my throat after laughing that hard.
Benz, I haven't laughed that hard since I went to Worlds, guys. I haven't laughed that hard since then.
Hey guys, remember that time I went to Worlds? Yeah, so I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good. Yeah. I think once you get your reps and you're using all of these tools, I mean, I believe, I'll say this right now. I believe in, what is this team's name? The XV-26 Stealth Suits Battle Suits Kill Team. I believe in the XV-26 Stealth Suits Battle Suits Kill Team. I believe in them.
I do. What tier rating?
They're going to be that team that everyone hates to play. Like they're going to be that team that everyone play against. Sorry, play. Like I think they're going to be. We had the Orc Summer. Even looking at Worlds, all of a sudden the Mandrakes had a big comeback because all of a sudden they played the game.
Did I tell you I was there? I don't know. I forgot. I don't know if I forgot to tell you. I was there. Yeah, I might have forgot to tell you.
I thought it was someone else. Weird. Okay. Yeah. All right, we've put a lot of time into this. Let's jump across to the Wolfie boys because we got to.
I'm glad we did. Now I know about them.
Yeah.
So the Wolf
Wolf Scouts. They're badass. That's all you need to know. They're badass dudes driving pickup trucks. They're what's that car from the 70s? That was a truck car hybrid. You guys know what we're talking about? An American vehicle as a truck muscle car hybrid. No, somebody save me. Somebody save me in the chat. I'm dead in the water here. I've made this analogy. I'm dead in the water. No, Camino. Thank you. This is the El Camino of kill teams, dude. This team rolls up to the table smoking a cigarette. Yeah. It's got a Bud Light in its hand, half empty, and this is the stepdad of kill teams, dude. This is the cool stepdad of kill teams. Yeah, just denimed out. This team rocks, dude. This team rocks so hard, I'm gonna rock your socks off. And you can put me on the record.
I love the difference with this tweet is the teams. The last team is if you play a perfect game, you're doing all right. This team is if you show up, you're doing all right. Like you can show up with this team and probably win.
And to be fair, every
that's just on raw stats.
That all the content creators put out there got to the end of the game and was just like, yeah, wow, they're really good.
Yeah. They're really good. They're designed to kill fish as well, which is a bit of mean, but they are. You know what? I will say the annoying thing about this team, and there's only one, is that I want a team where I can run all warriors potentially as well, with the Fang Bear as well. Like, I don't think they have a weak operative. There's too many choices, which you don't say this often. You've got, 6 specialists and a warrior, but you can only run 5 of them and the wolf. You might have to buy 2 sets or kit bash a bunch because their warrior is really good. Like, I could see a scenario where you're like, in this game, I just want plasma pistols and combat knives. Like,
yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a 1-box kill team. Yes, but if you want it to be your team, there's definite value in the double
There's play getting a second box, which is a bit of a shame, but it's nice.
Yeah, the bummer is, I'm sure people have highlighted this, but my one bummer. So I didn't have time to make a video on this team, guys. I'm so sorry. I was at Worlds. But my one big complaint with this team. We're back, boys. We're back. The Kill Team Casuals are back, baby. The one negative about this team is this is why people show up. Is that you don't have enough operatives to build out everything. That's the one negative.
Yeah.
That's the one negative about this team, and it's not rules related. It's just that Games Workshop did not give us enough operatives. With Deathwatch, they gave us 10 whole ass Marines.
Yeah, that's That's
the bummer about this team.
Yeah, we got 10 Marines the last one, and this one was markedly lower. Yeah, strange.
But you got a wolf. It's that oval base that really skyrockets those costs.
Also, can we talk about the oval base? The dirty, scummy things you can do with an oval base.
Yeah,
because that's like the wolf never has to be on engage. Yeah, he never has to be on engage. So like if you're here, like here's the cover. This is great audio content. Here's the wall. Your whole base is just right here. You're always safe, dude. You charge. It's already a 10-inch charge. You add like 3 inches onto that charge, dude. It's crazy. Yeah. It's nuts.
Big Rubber Ducky in the chat did correct us. This box is over $100 cheaper. Maybe that's where those extra 5 Marines went.
But no terrain set. No terrain set here, though. No terrain set.
And an oval base. So it evens out.
Yeah.
It definitely evens out.
Yeah.
So with these guys, you're running Recon or Seek and Destroy. So archetype-wise, what do we think of Recon, Ben?
Ben's excited.
Flank, baby. Flank and retrieval all day long. And when you want to turn your brain off, you want to go to Route City, dude. When you want to just send it, when you want to pedal to the metal of that El Camino, dude, and smoke a cigarette with your child in the backseat, you just pedal to the metal and take route.
And just flick that cigarette into your opponent's face. I love it.
Hold this, Jimmy, as you pass in the quart of vodka, and then you boom down. Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
So the team composition, you've got 1 Wolf Scout. Now, the Wolf, Fenrisian Wolf, is put at the top, so I'm assuming that makes it the leader. That's the only assumption I can draw from that.
He's the veteran.
He's the veteran.
He's presumably the oldest Space Wolf that has now become a wolf.
Percentage-wise, he's the most wolf out of all of them.
Yeah.
So
100% wolf, dude.
You also get the 5 Wolf Scout operatives. You've got your pack leader, your Fang Bearer, Frost Eye, Gunner, Trapmaster, Rune Priest, Scald, and then the Hunter, which is your basic operative. So Hunter is the one you can take multiple times. Look at the team
let's be
rules.
clear.
Go.
Oh, sorry. The Hunter is essentially the leader of every Marine team that exists. He's like, what does a leader of a Marine team get? A plasma pistol and a power weapon. What does he have? A plasma pistol and a lethal 5.45 blade. Essentially, a power weapon.
Severe.
So like your basic warrior is the leader of a normal Space Marine team. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is why I want them. I want. Yeah, this is why it's such a shame that you don't get all the options in the box, because their warriors are awesome, and you can have multiple.
Yep.
Denaga, this sounds perfectly okay. Nothing to see here.
This is good. This is
all good. Before we get in, I'll make my hot claims here. I don't think this team is actually as good as. I think they're going to fall a little bit flatter than people are expecting, because at the end of the day, you're 5 Marines and a Wolf.
Yeah.
The Wolf is a throwaway piece a lot of the time, and now you're 5 Marines. I do while it is, this team is kind of a meme. I do think they are not as cracked performing wise as people think. There's my I'll get that out of the way.
It'll be a bit like Deathwatch. They are for your average punter, i.e. the casuals like us. If you bring them to the table, you will definitely do well because they are just the units individually are super strong. They're very good out of the box comparatively, and a lot of their things innately help cover skill issues or mistakes. But I think what we saw at Deathwatch too, a lot of them went to Worlds, didn't they, Ben? A lot of players took Deathwatch, but the top places weren't Deathwatch, or a lot of cases. Sorry, I can't remember who the highest Deathwatch players were, but you know what I mean. Like the amount taken versus where they finished shows that there's still holes in the game, and for having 5 operatives plus a wolf is still a hole in your game because it's hard to play around. Every operative you lose, and these guys are Phobos bodies, so they die a little bit easier than your Deathwatch. And stuff like that as well. So make a mistake that costs you an operative, and you're really, really pushing it uphill. So you're right, Ben. Out of the box, strong, but it can fall apart.
Yeah, I think like at top tables, I don't know how many Wolf Scouts are going to be there. Like I think they're obviously going to do well, but I'm not sure how much of a problem in the larger meta. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? But I think it's being a little bit overblown.
Fill the hole with your Storm token. Yes, that is a very, very good addition for sure.
Yeah.
G'day,
now,
Andy,
the Storm token...
Andy, Lap, g'day to you as well. So hunting is starting their faction rule. Yep. So we've got we've seen a lot of this stuff during each operative's activation. It can perform 2 shoot, 2 fight. If it's shooting a plasma pistol or a plasma gun, which there are a lot of, as Russ has hinted at with this team, you must spend an additional AP, and you cannot select 2 psychic ranged weapons. So your Rune Priest can't do double mind blasts. Each time, obviously, this operative is doing the counteract. It can do it regardless of order. And if it does so within the storm, you can change its order first or change its order instead of performing an action. Good. This is interesting for the ladder. Still treat as having counteracted this turning point.
Did I miss Ben changing his outfit? Have you changed outfits?
I had an apron on and I took off the apron.
Right. I was very confused. I don't remember seeing that. All of a sudden, I was like, when did you change clothes? Is it
I had Space Wolves? I had to bust out the sponsorship. Yeah.
The Wolf Fire.
I had to fly the flag. So super good. Like crazy. Very good. Yeah. Here's my other hot take. Shrink the storm from like 6 to 4, and the team's like actually probably close to fine.
That's so generous. The storm token is crazy generous right now.
It's huge.
Covers a huge
shrink it to 3 inches even, and it's still probably cracked. You know what I mean? Even bring it down to 3. Yeah.
Okay.
On the storm, the elemental storm.
Yes.
Are we talking about that yet?
Signal. No, that's where we're up to next. Do you want to take us through the storm, please?
I would love to take us through the storm. Hold my hand tenderly, and I will guide you through the storm. So, strategic gambit. Remove your storm marker from the kill zone, if any, then place it in the kill zone. Whenever an operative is within 6 inches horizontally of your storm marker, it's within your storm, dude. Each friendly Wolf Scout operative can perform the charge action while it has a conceal order if it starts and or ends that action within your storm. So, important to note, not wholly within. So that means you can have a toe in and still. So again, I think change it to wholly within, change it to forward. Just make the storm a little smaller. It's fine. Super good. Remember when Commandos were charging on conceal? It was a nightmare. Now imagine when it's a full-on Space Marine ignoring. Like this is awesome. This is really cool.
5 attacks, hitting on 3s, 4, 5, lethal 5, charging from conceal.
Gross.
Is it interesting that it specifically states horizontally, so no vertical shenanigans? Is that avoiding something like things on?
No, it just means that you don't measure. It just means you put your mark, you put your ruler flat on the table.
Horizontally,
Okay. I wondered if they was trying to avoid interactions with vantage points of being able to, hide. But no, just I'm an idiot. Cool. Carry on. Good to know.
So super good. Yeah, like this is it's great. It's enough said. It's awesome.
I like diving into the equipment. Let's go to the equipment. I want to get straight into.
I like this new precedent that we have set.
I know.
Yeah.
This is the Reese alphabet, and it is difficult to understand.
Should we start with, in typical fashion, shall we start with talismanic trophies, the last one? Just like we did with alphabet. So Whenever a friendly Wolf Scout operative, excluding Fenrisian Wolf, is fighting or retaliating in the resolve attack dice step, you can subtract 1 from the damage inflicted on it from 1 success. Very good. So essentially, you're a 14 wound Marine when you are getting fought. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty good.
Very nice. And you're going to be fighting. That's where you want to be.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be in there. Yeah, spoilers.
I'm going to take us from last to first with Frost Weapons. Because
Insane, dude.
It's so good. If you a friendly Wolf Scout operatives combat blades, surprise, that is almost all the operatives, apart from the Scald, have the lethal 5 weapon rule, and one friendly Wolf Scout pack leader operative's power weapon has the lethal 4 weapon rule, if any. So if you take the pack leader who already has lethal 5, he's now lethal 4. But the big thing is everyone else, apart from the Scald, gets lethal 5 on their 5 attacks generally. Hitting on 3s, 4, 5, what you call it? Combat blades. It's very good. There's a
Do you not have to take the pack leader? Is he not required?
No, he's not an operative that you have to
take. I didn't know that. That's so funny. That's hilarious. You don't have to take the pack leader. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. Learning things all the time.
The Wolf's in charge. We've established. He's the veteran.
Psychic Wolf.
It's so like the dolphin that even the gunner has the combat blade. I just had to quickly double check before I logged in to commit that.
He's only got 4 attacks,
4, 5.
But he gets lethal 5.
That's 4, 5.
4, 5.
I'm going to totally charge that gunner because he's the weakest link. Oh my god!
You used to have to give a malefic blade. He's basically got the malefic blade. Only one less attack.
Yes. And hacking the Spyderco Yojimbo 2 is what he's got in his pocket. That's a deep cut for all the pocket knife fans out there. The Yojimbo is made for killing. It's a pocket knife that's made for killing. It's crazy. It's insane. I'm on one tonight, boys. It's been a long time. I'm on one. Let's move on to
since you went to Worlds, Ben. Yeah, it's crazy.
Something must have happened at Worlds. Yeah. Let's go to Runic Charms, shall we? Once per turning point, when an operative is shooting a friendly Wolf Scout that's not a Fenrisian Wolf, essentially worsen piercing by 1. Which is awesome. Right. So that Melt-A-Gun, that Tal Melt-A-Gun is now piercing 1, and you're saving on 3s. Pretty great. Which leads us to Reese. You want to take us through wolf teeth necklaces? By the way, where's your wolf tooth necklace today? You're not wearing the one I sent you.
It's drying. It's on the line.
Okay. Why was it wet?
Why was it wet in the first place?
We had to wash it after all the other wolves that I was defanging on the weekend. Mid wrestling, I was like, you've got blood all over my other ones now. I'll have to wash this. It's embarrassing. So wolf teeth necklaces, I'm sorry, I panicked. Once per turning point, when a friendly Wolf Scout operative is shooting, fighting, or retaliating, if you roll 2 or more fails, you can discard one of them to retain another as a normal success instead.
Oh, it's Purity Seals. Awesome.
Purity Seals. Or whatever the Chaos Talisman was from Legionaries. Only you don't take wounds.
Because this team, needed more help with making sure on their lethal 5-up knives that they were getting enough hits through.
Exactly.
I think this is good because similar to Death Watch, one of the big go ahead and roll out your 4 attack dice, your 5 attack dice. This team will get diced. That is one of their weaknesses. As an elite, a 5-man elite team, essentially with very limited ways to get rerolls, you will get diced. I keep in mind. So the talismans are awesome. Yeah. Where should we go to next, Reese? Where do you want to take us?
Let's jump across to the ploys. Let's go into the strategy.
I love this new system. Yeah. I love this new system.
There is no system. That's what I love. Yeah.
the KTC
we've established one.
Let's go. So strategy ploy. We'll kick us off with Cloaked by the Storm. So whenever a friendly operative is shooting, whenever an operative, is shooting a friendly operative that is within your storm, you can re-roll one of your defense dice. Back to what Ben was saying about being
balanced defense.
Yep.
Yeah, balanced.
I played Death Watch when I was prepping for Worlds. I was looking for a team to play, and I was running Death Watch. And I was like, I'm just going to take Death Watch. And I played him as the buy round. I got tilted in the buy round of my own tournament because I lost 2 operatives in their own activation. Because how is this? This shouldn't be happening. So I suspect this is a possibility here. Russ, can you take us through Tempestuous Wrath? Because I want to talk about Storm's Bite when it gets to me.
How dare? Yeah, sure. So it's whenever.
Storm's Bite, Russ. Read it. Read Storm's Bite.
I swear to God.
So whenever you are fighting or retaliating, if you're within your storm or you were within your storm at the start of the activation, so if you charged out of or into, its melee weapons have balance.
Awesome.
So it's again, you've got balanced defense and you've got balanced attack. Both of them are based on the storm, so you're seeing how important the storm is to the team, basically.
Yeah.
Ben.
Storm is life. Storm's Bite.
Storm's
This is the
Bite.
craziest ploy maybe in the game to me. I think it's insane.
I love it.
Storm's Bite. Whenever an enemy operative is within your storm, subtract 1 from the attack stat of its melee weapons to a minimum of 3. So if you are a 4 attack melee team, like maybe Felgor or Goremongers, just go home. Just go pack up and go home. Your life is over. You missed the bus and you can never get back on it. Like Felgor, because of this team, lethal. This is lethal 5. The team. Felgor is dead. I think because this team exists. It was not. They had a good run.
They had a great run. But yeah, look at them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's crazy. Or like when the Screecher comes in charging you, only down to 4 attacks. That's a huge difference, dude. Like Marines going from 5 to 4 is massive. So like melee teams are going to struggle. I think it's insane. I think it's insane. Like, and as someone who loves bad field mechanics for my opponent, it's my favorite thing.
Love them.
This is like crack cocaine for bad field mechanics. Yeah,
no,
it is. That's what I'm saying. Like,
he loves it even more.
Yeah. It's probably too far. I don't know how you change it, but it's good, real good.
I did like that the box.
This is medical grade.
These guys come in with a tower. Is it the tower already only on 3 attacks? So a whole point.
I tried that. I tried to play it. I was in the game and my opponent was like, "Are you trying to make my melee as Tau worse?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I was trying briefly, but it's too bad to make worse. It's already too bad." But yeah, no, this is such a good. So, I mean, yeah, as you say, a death knell for melee teams trying to fight you.
And if that wasn't bad enough, you pair that up with Savage Fighters, the next ploy, which is whenever an operative finishes fighting you, or you finish fighting or retaliating, if it wasn't incapacitated, you can inflict D3 +1 damage on the enemy operative in that sequence. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's a strat ploy. It's not a firefight ploy, guys. That's a strat ploy. Insane.
And to be on fighting and retaliating,
Every
fighting would
time.
have been good. Fighting would have been fine.
Yeah.
Retaliating as well is
both of those combined being both, no matter what, fighting, retaliating. If you're in the storm, you are minus to minimum 3. It's nuts. And with that as well.
Again, think about poor Felgor just charged you, fought you. You know, maybe at least I didn't frenzy on my turn. Oh wait, now I'm just going to quickly roll up this D3 +1 damage, and they've frenzied on their own turn.
Yeah,
like,
just crazy, man.
But I guess you can't do that. You can't do that again for the rest of the turn. No, as a strat ploy. So I played it at the beginning. It'd be happening every time. It's like,
good game. Fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the firefight ploys. Russ, do you want to kick those off for us?
I'm going to go by counterattack, which I really like. So use this firefight ploy at the end of an enemy operative's activation or after an enemy operative performs the fight action. One friendly Wolf Scout operative can immediately perform a free fight action, but you cannot select any other operative to fight against during that action.
Ouch.
I mean, fighting outside your activation, potentially with a -1 attack and a plus D3 +1 on the damage. I mean, anything that lets you fight is nuts.
Yeah.
You got to fight that operative, but still.
You could fight up to 3 or 4 times because it doesn't say anything about counteract. So you could have a wolf like in this crazy situation, charge, fight, get charged, whatever, fight, and then counteract, shoot. Like, what is that, dude? This is nuts.
Yeah.
I think.
And also, go for it.
I was going to say it's goodbye to tactical hugs, which have been a thing that have been starting to be a bit more prevalent throughout this thing. Is those low operative teams just getting bodies in and locking up and then going, well, I'm not going to fight you, or at least I'm going to, make you have to spend the AP to fall back. Goodbye on counteract.
Nuts.
Okay.
I'll go touched by the Lokiar. I thought it was Lokar, but Lokiar, whatever. You use firefight ploy after rolling your attack dice for a friendly Wolf Scout operative, excluding Fenrisian Wolf. If it's fighting more than 5 inches away from other friendly operatives, you can reroll any of your attack dice. There's your whiff proof button that you can press there. So like,
any
I mean,
of them.
what else do you say about it? It's great. It's awesome.
That's absolutely crazy. All right, then we've got acute sensors, not cute sensors, not to be confused with. Use this firefight ploy when a friendly Wolf Scout operative performs a shoot action and you're selecting a valid target. Until the end of that action, that friendly operative's ranged weapons have the range 6 and seek light weapon rule, and the enemy operatives cannot be obscured. So those plasma weapons just stayed hot in exciting ways. Range 6 obviously is a big limiter on that, but again, having the ability to find ways to get around obscured, seek light, things like that, not have to get all the way commit to getting within 2 inches. That's a good tool. It's not going to be all the time, but there's some really good uses for it.
Yeah, Into the Dark, quite a lot of that, or I should say Tomb World, quite a lot of that terrain is light, whereas it's going to be less use, I feel, on your Vulcus, where it's unlikely someone's going to be hiding behind something that isn't heavy. But yeah, Into the Tomb World, I see that being where rooms are only 6 inches anyway. Yeah, a great little use of a Firefly, but move, dash, plasma pistol, someone who thought they were safe.
Yeah.
I mean, so good. Solid.
Yep.
Which uses the transhuman physiology, which you've seen it, you know it, you love it. It's a classic. You can, apart from the wolf, if you're being shot, you can basically, in the roll defense dice step, retain one of your normals as a critical success. I mean, you've seen it before. It's not changed. So from a normal to a crit success, I mean, sometimes it's going to be key, better than re-rolling, and it's going to keep you alive even longer. It's just a survivability ploy. So it's solid.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit like the cuffs for the Death Watch, isn't it? Anything that just keeps the wound count either up or stops you getting plinked down is very, very handy.
I mean, the problem is, obviously, this team, I mean, you're going to get injured and then you're going to be shooting off fours. You're not going to be able to make those charges. You're going to be next to useless when you're injured.
Everybody's saying this team is cracked, but I didn't see an ignore injury ploy anywhere.
No,
well,
I didn't see it anywhere.
Yeah, nowhere to be found,
as
actually.
Soon as someone starts reducing your APL and you're down to 2 APL, you're injured. I think this team might be one of the worst teams in the game.
I think they actually probably suck, honestly. Yeah. Anyways, on to the operative selection, and we should probably start with the Wolf Scout Fang Bear. Yeah, Fang Bear. Yeah. Fang Bear. He comes with
decent.
Yeah, an Absolver bolt pistol. Hey, what's the normal bolt damage on a bolt pistol, guys? How much?
What is it? 3-4, isn't it?
3-4,
3-4, yeah. And what's the range in a bolt pistol normally?
8 inches, maybe.
8 inches, yeah.
Generous 8.
Yes. That's probably what he has, right? That's probably what he has. It's 4 attacks hitting on 3s, 4/5 damage, range 9, piercing crits 1. Kind of nuts. Nuts, I'll say. Yep. I mean, he has this rule over here. It's called spiritual. I don't even know how to say this word. Chirurgy. I don't know. It's spiritual. It probably sucks though, right? Probably sucks.
Out there with that one.
You can ignore any changes to the stats of a friendly Wolf Scout operatives, excluding Fenrisian Wolf from being injured, including weapon stats. Oh wow. Friendly Wolf Scout operatives, excluding the Fenrisian Wolf, are not affected by enemy operatives' shock and stun weapon rules. Whoa, dude. And you can ignore any changes to their APL stat. Note that, I guess if you kill this guy,
Ben, this is embarrassing. You're reading from
I guess you just want to kill this guy. Yeah. No. Yeah. But the good news is if you kill this guy, I guess they don't get access to those things.
Gone.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a second. It says note. Sorry. It says note that friendly operatives have these rules if you select this operative for the battle, even if it's incapacitated later.
Wow. That's combat must be pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Pretty shocking.
It's got to be underwhelming. Combat Blade. 5 attacks hitting on 3s, 4/5, lethal 5 with the
that seems unlikely. That seems like he better have no other rules. That guy can't have any other rules. There's no way he's staying around longer than he should, though, right?
Actually, I'm so sorry. I missed this here. It's called Healing Bombs. I missed it. It says select one friendly Wolf Scout operative within this operative's control range. Are you always in control range to yourself?
I believe
you are indeed, yes. Yeah.
So, okay,
He can't pick himself. Okay.
Can regain up to D3 plus 3 lost wounds.
You said that wrong. I think it's meant to be D3 plus 1. Surely it's not D3 plus 3.
D3 plus 3. And by the way, you can do it multiple times a turn. Like you can do it on counteract. There's no restrictions on that. So Up to 2 D3 plus 3. Yeah.
So this guy's a might take. You put him on the maybe list, was what we're saying.
I think it's probably matchup dependent. If they're going to throw a stun at you, maybe you take him. Aside from that,
maybe, that one scenario.
There's about 9 times throughout the spiritual, won't use that word after it because I don't know how to say it. But there's about 9 points that, as a rules writer, they probably could have gone, it's probably a bit much.
That's enough.
That's about 8 top points. They probably could have been like, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't add another step that is really, really crazy powerful. You wouldn't do it. You
watch me.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it again. I bet you wouldn't add another thing that's crazy. Okay, fine, but as long as it goes away when he's dead.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's one.
If you wanted to appease the masses, and you could just say, when you select this guy, pick one of these. Ignore stun and whatever. Ignore injury. Pick one of those. They get it. But just getting your cake and eating it too, it's kind of crazy. But at least they don't have really, because they have really good melee. They have really good melee, but at least they don't have really good shooting. That's the balancing factor. Is that everybody has 5 attacks hitting on 3s, 4 level 5, but at least they don't have cracked out of your mind shooting profiles. That's the good news. I probably think
that's good. That's good at least. I doubt you.
Hold on,
doing with the gunner. Let's be fair.
Actually, they have a Wolf Scout in alphabetical order. A Wolf Scout gunner who has a plasma gun. Yeah, standard. But hey, you're gonna make those hot rolls. And you're gonna do some chip damage to yourself. Yeah. Oh, what's
gonna miss a couple of shots?
Yeah. Whenever this operative is within your storm, all profiles this plasma gun have punishing, and its plasma supercharge doesn't have the hot weapon rule. So it's lethal 5, mind you. So you're always gonna roll that crit.
It's because the rain's falling on the gun.
Yeah, keep it cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, at least they only have a plasma gun. You know what I mean? At least they only have one range, true range threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't say you can only take one plasma, but I'm guessing because you can only have one plasma in the team. Yeah. So they don't bother saying that.
Well, actually, at least there's only one long range. Hold on. The Frost Eye. Did you guys see the Frost Eye over here? The Frost Eye, he has an Instigator Bolt Carbine. Oh, it's heavy. Don't need to worry about it. 4 attacks on 2s. Yeah. 3/4 heavy dash only, piercing crits 1 silent. I mean, that's good, but it's heavy dash. He has a mobile profile, 4 attacks on 3s, 3/4 piercing crits 1. Oh, wow, also silent.
Also
interesting. Interesting.
Needs it.
But at least he probably just has fists, right?
Probably.
Actually, combat plates. 4 attacks on 3s, 4/5. But that's okay. That's okay, I suppose. But hold on. Whenever this operative is within your storm, it can perform the guard action regardless of the kill zone, and it can perform the guard action while it has a conceal order. But if it does, it cannot perform more than one shoot action for the rest of the turning point. I.e., it cannot shoot both during the interruption and during counteract. Interesting.
Okay,
it also has
guard will.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't have. At least he can't take weird corner angle shots and ignore obscuring, right? What's this? Hunter Senses. Select one of the following rules for all profiles this operative's instigator Bolt Chiron to have until the start of the next activation. Severe, saturate, or whenever this operative is shooting without weapons, enemy operatives cannot be obscured.
He's joined the Death Watch.
Yeah. Well, this all sounds pretty crazy, guys. But at least they don't have a way to charge you in the strat phase. You know what I mean? At least they can't zonk a Zuda 12-inch charge in the strategic phase of the game. At least they have shown restraint. Once they have the Wolf in charge of the strat phase on conceal, I'll stop memeing. This team rules. Where do you guys want to go next? I'm sorry, that's a long bit.
It's funny that you could have done the whole team saying that. Like it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's a single operative that isn't that.
That doesn't have things that make you go, what?
Yeah.
How? Who?
Yeah.
And again, when I said there is definite holes. There's still Phobos Marines when you can get them. You can get them, they can die there. But there does seem to be. I think this will be one of the teams that gets when it'll skip the next data slate. The next one, I reckon they will be smashed into oblivion. I reckon they
I
will.
hope you're gonna take some hits.
They will overcorrect to the max. Because I reckon if you're into your Space Wolves, play them for the next 3-4 months and really enjoy it.
Oh,
be
yeah.
Ben, be awful,
Love it.
make your opponents upset. Because I think they're gonna, the Hammer of the Emperor may be bonking them on their head very, very soon. Because it's not much to bring them in alignment with a lot of these things. A lot of it's just make it once per turning point, or just make it pick one of the 3 possible dot points. It's all very fixable. It was just like they said, well, we'll start it at 10 and we'll work it back, you know? And they forgot to work it back.
And they put it to 11.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this team is a pedal to the metal, Camino. That's what this team is, dude. Yeah, the Camino of Kill Team.
You know what? They have one of my favorite rules in the game, which it feels so thematic. The casting of the runes. When you cast the runes, and you it's like seer dice in D&D. You throw 3 dice at the beginning. It's so fun. And you're like, if you roll like a 1 to a 4, you get a free command reroll in those turns. And if you roll a 5 or a 6, you just get a free CP at the start of the game. But it's so fun to be like, I've predicted the future almost. Kind of like, it's a very thematic rule. And I don't think we see a lot of like that, like really thematic rules. It just so happens to have a load of other amazing rules as well. It's not just like for show. It's also they've also got the mustard.
Imagine the scenario.
So I was gonna say the chat agrees that's for me an example of a good thematic rule. Like it's good thematic. It's not too overpowered as there's chance
it's
and
not
elements
crazy
of what can happen with it. But compared to some of the other stuff that's just, well, this is awful.
Yeah.
Imagine the dream scenario where you start the game with 6 CP.
I mean, that's nuts, isn't it?
That's a real possibility, fellas. You start the game with 6 CP.
Oh,
crazy! Just crazy.
Yeah. Look, I think we've talked about them a lot. I mean, look, they're going to be in a great spot for a good long while, and especially at that, they're going to be the big mid-table bullies, the casual bullies for a long time. Like it's till players really get a handle on that. There's just so many. There's not too many holes in their game overall. Like they really cover everything well. The maneuverability of the Storm's quite interesting as well. Obviously, you're moving at each strategy phase, but I think the priest gets to move it as well, don't they?
The Skald gets to move it for free.
Gets to move it as
well. You can have it. So if you keep him as your mid-turn, you can have 2 people on one side of the board charge for the benefit of the Storm, activate him, move the Storm so it then benefits the other 2 people in the Storm. With so few operatives and such a large coverage, well, it's like a 13-inch coverage, including the token, like to be, as Ben says, not even wholly within, just getting a toe in, you can really get everyone involved. You know what? This team gives me like shades of Plague Marines when the Plague Marines were the big thing.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a team, but obviously a lot more maneuverable, but like they're quite hard to kill. Because these guys have that non-injury, they've got great melee, they've got reduction to your melee. Again, it's based on a Storm, but they feel like when Plague Marines were the hotness, it feels like this is that team.
Paul in the chat's asked a question: how do we think these guys will stack up against Canoptic and Deathwatch? Because I reckon Deathwatch and them would be an interesting matchup. I do think that would be
a fun matchup for sure. A training
exercise. I think if your plasma pistols kick off, you're loving life, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Deathwatch can get diced so easily. Like I think they're loving the Deathwatch matchup. The Deathwatch matchup. And honestly, I think they don't hate the Canoptek matchup either, dude. Honestly, cool. I'm gonna shoot a plasma pistol at you 5 times this round. You know what I mean? I mean, what's gonna save you?
Man alive.
Their ability to get
and then on counteract, I'm gonna shoot you a couple more times. You know what I mean?
Their ability to get downfield to I guess break the setup of the Canoptic is probably one of their big things too. Being able to send the wolf in to break up a key thing early because you can charge in your strategy phase, or just because we know once the Hyrotech Canoptic Death Star all connects and everything's in the spot, it's hard to stop it wobbling its way down the field. But if you can get in there early and start breaking it up and make them have to not make ideal choices, which I think the Wolves can do very, very well.
Yeah, and I think the wolf is he's gonna hunt those bugs. if your opponent is careless and they, God forbid, leave that reanimator out, or even just a regular bug, because like if you can kill 2 warriors turn 2 on Canoptek, that is a good place to start, because then diminishing returns when they start coming back. Yeah, I think they don't hate either of those matchups, in my opinion.
Kimi Hito in the chat, I love this one. I think the only weakness they have is the availability of the box. And I think that's very actually being able to get your hands
A+
on the team. A+ to you.
That is, yeah. That's fair, yeah. I've heard this, yeah. I've heard it seems like it's really going to be rare, which is a shame.
So yeah, and it's good that there's such excitement that the boxes are obviously hopefully putting through good numbers, and that's why it is. But it's a shame for players who are, this is the team they want to play, or the team that not being able to get your hand on it is really, really disappointing for a lot of players. So fingers crossed in the future it keeps getting a bit better and better. Speaking of, this means on the roadmap, the next one looks like the Sisters versus some jump pack.
Legionaries are back.
Marines, some Raptors.
I'm so ready, dude.
Legionaries are back.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous to have just done a review of this one and we're already looking to the future. But again, 2 teams I'm very, very excited to see hit the table, because I think they're both going to have some interesting and unique play styles as well. It'll be interesting to see how they manage a team full of jump pack Marines, basically, and then the Sisters and I'll be full-fledged Sisters of Battle versus what the Novitiates were.
Yeah, I'm so pumped, dude.
I think, and
I'm looking forward to that one.
It does mean one, I guess, an elite team. I wonder how many models the Sisters will be. Will we get more of our mid-horde team, or an 8 or 10 operative? That'll be interesting to see as well.
10 operatives like Goremongers? Are they better than cultists? I guess they're souped up cultists, which feels like the right level of a sister, right? Like better than a normal person, because they're somewhat enhanced in power armor, so they must have some sort of. Are they in power armor?
Yes, they are.
They feel better than a cultist. Yeah. I was going to say they're in cultists, so they must be like souped up cultists. So 10 operatives like Goremongers, I'm going to say, or maybe 8.
Oh, there you go. Pseudo elite. Papa was saying in the chat, apparently the leak said they're 9 operatives. Leader 8, and then they are in power armor. Yeah, and then Lap said depends if the Sisters, if they get a dog. Well, that's the Chihuahua of battle.
Gotta love a team with a dog. Or a cherub. A cherubim.
Cherub of battle. A poodle would also be appropriate. Lap, correct. Look, guys, I think that's a really, really good coverage of, as I said, we didn't want to go in with the whole, we're going to read everything. This was more our things that we're excited and finding the meat. And Ben, you got very excited for most of that episode. So that's great to hear.
I was on one tonight. I was truly on one tonight.
You're feeling.
I had to make up for lost time. I had to make up for lost time because I think I forgot to tell you guys, but I was at Worlds. And so,
get out of town.
You got to make up for lost time. Yeah.
So for those who actually do want to hear about Worlds, because you probably didn't tonight because you wanted to hear about Dead Silence, but for those who do, next week we'll let Ben regale you with tales of his adventures at Worlds. We can't wait. We actually genuinely can't wait to hear it, because I have a whole bunch of questions.
I was going to say, I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Oh, it was great. It was awesome, guys. It was truly awesome.
And then we'll cover that next week, which we're very excited about. So please join us for that. We'll obviously talk results in general, have a look at what teams were doing well, any surprises we might have seen, because that's always my favorite part. Is it's like someone took who and they finished where. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, awesome, dude, awesome.
Thanks again to Games Workshop for sending us Dead Silence. We really, really do appreciate it, getting our mitts and hands on it early so we can share our thoughts with you, our favoritist fans and listeners in the world. Thank you to everyone in the chat, because it was amazing having the chat was going nuts tonight and I loved it.
Hot show.
It's been very, very good. So thank you to everyone kicking off in there. If you're listening on the podcast or watching back on the VODs, thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate having you stop by. 07's in the chat to all the legends. Thank you to Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop, who's just come back from Worlds.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be guesting. Hot off my run at Worlds, where I did not make Top Cut. And passing it over to Russ from GFN Gaming.
Hello. Sorry, I'm busy trying to type in. 07's in the chat. Thanks everyone for joining us. And a big old thanks to you, Reese, from Threes to Wound, baby.
And I reckon, Russ, I forgot to point out, a few people asked earlier, were very upset that they missed Legions of Russ's return last week and are keen to do some more. So maybe we might need to see if we can line some up.
You know what? Because of the music today, we need to get back into it. So next week, we're going to have a Legion of Russ for these two guys.
Yes, love it. So if you love your Legions of Russ, join us next week. We'll talk Worlds, Legions of Russ, and we can't wait to see you all then. Until next time, see yous.